Should we just go like slap?
Yeah, just go.
Okay. Hi, we're the Lubben Brothers, and we're celebrating 1 year in Nashville around almost exactly today. It's been very eventful. We've met amazing people, had some amazing shows, and feel like this place really feels like home. Feel like it feels like home. I'm just saying how I feel. It's deep emotions.
I didn't do anything fancy for my intro.
I didn't do anything fancy either, but you guys were.
If you're just joining us now, we are Triplet Brothers. I'm Joshua, that's Tommy, and that's Michael. And we moved to Nashville because being a folk band in Florida was a really hard thing to do. You had to kind of drag people from everywhere. And the people that you dragged there would probably just be rather listening to a Jimmy Buffett cover band. Yeah. We may sound a little bitter about it just because it did feel like an uphill battle, but we made amazing friends down there, amazing connections. Mm-hmm. Like one of our, memories from just a year back was our farewell concert in West Palm Beach, Florida. That sold out very quickly at the Fern Street Theater, and we met so many amazing fans that we met. These are all Florida people. These are hardly
big friends.
I don't know if any of them were even seasonal people. I mean, they've been there all year. They've seen us playing at some of the dumpiest places we could play. I mean, these are nice, normal people that went to some really sketchy places just to see us.
Yeah, so, I don't mean to sound mean towards Florida. We really do love Florida, and we're going to be playing there again in October. So it really was home for us for years. The reason that it is a relief is there's a really concentrated group of people that supported us through the years when we were down there. It was just hard to grow your base beyond that in Florida.
Yeah, you go for a tour outside of the state. You have to drive 8 hours.
But the farewell concert really was special. Yeah.
And that's not to say that moving to Nashville then would fix all those problems. I mean, we were pretty nervous about that because it is notorious for being difficult to play concerts in the city because, there's a billion concerts going on all the time.
Yeah, people are music exhausted.
And that's something our manager kind of told us. Most of the time, anyway, we're not really playing in the city. We'll be playing maybe in Chattanooga or whatever, but
or here in Gallatin.
One of the things we did pretty early on was organize a concert in our new hometown of Gallatin, Tennessee.
Yeah.
And we were nervous about that. So we hardly know anybody yet. We've only been here for a few months. But it was an amazing experience. We actually ended up selling that out as well. And it was an incredible collaboration with a local music school as well. They opened up for us. And we met friends there who would eventually connect us with a booking agency, which we didn't expect to get that connection so early on.
Yeah, it was definitely one of our main goals in the next several years.
I felt like we definitely skipped a few steps. Everyone hopes, I hope somebody important comes to this show, and then they connect me with the booking agency that I need. But what we do is so unique. We didn't want just a booking agent that would try to book the regular hard ticket shows where you're just trying to drag people to clubs and that type of thing. Like we're entertaining as a show, but we focus way more on our songwriting and the stories that have shaped us and shaped our sound, and then folk tradition. And so we were so grateful that we got connected with an agency that focuses on really live theaters, performing arts centers, really serious listening venues that are the kinds that we play. And when we go back to Florida, that same type of venue. So that was a huge connection.
I think that speaks to something that's also just really important about this move was that it wasn't just professional for us. We had our families in Florida for so many years and so many friends and acquaintances down there and family that have to start from scratch up here is tough.
It was disorienting
to get a new community and everything, and it's been really encouraging because people up here are so kind and so welcoming, and we've already made not just fans but lots of friends, and it feels like we do have even more family and friends up here.
In some ways, it was harder than we expected show-wise. We thought we'd be able to book a bunch of shows right away because we're in Music City. We're surrounded by a bunch of major hubs and markets. But that part was one of the hardest bits, which was disorienting, at least especially for me because I was doing all our booking until we hired the agency. Until they hired us, I guess. But
we know who calls the shots.
What was amazing about it is, that was harder than I expected. What was more wonderful than we expected was the kind of people we would meet. So we ended up collaborating with people who I would normally assume would be out of our league, like Gordon Kennedy, who's a multiple Grammy-winning songwriter. He performs with Garth Brooks.
Well, I think what's important
endless
is
list of credits.
to explain how that came about. We were invited to play for the Colony Sessions, which was a songwriter in the Round event. And so we were sharing the stage with Gordon Kennedy and Brandon Heath, taking turns swapping these songs for the Colony Sessions, and we really hit it off, especially with Gordon. He invited us to his studio later, and we got to meet him, which was just incredible. He's an amazing guitarist, but also just an amazing person. So we look up to him a lot as a musician and for what
songwriter.
he does.
Yeah, it was a true honor because not only was the focus on the songwriting, which was a huge relief for us. Like you just pick 4 or 5 of your favorite songs, and you're actually encouraged to tell the story and the history of the song. Mm-hmm. But then every person there is way more interested in how well you craft than your entertainment, the show.
Is this good to get drunk and dance to kind of thing?
Yeah, even though I'm sure our music can work for that as well. But the fact that there's somebody like Gordon who works regularly with the biggest names in the industry, he played Shepherd's Voice now we've recorded and released with his blessing, but he played that and we were so struck by it that I went up to him and I was so nervous because he's Gordon Kennedy. I'm like, hey, what were those shapes you were doing in the guitar? And he was immediately like, oh, here, hand me your guitar, let me show you. And then he handed me his priceless Gibson from the 40s. And he's like, here, play it on this one. And it was such an incredible thing to realize the people that have made it and are doing what you want to do, they haven't changed. They're still, being treated as equals with these guys that have been in the business for so long made us realize, oh yeah, we can do this too. It's just a matter of time.
And speaking of productions, that was also a big highlight from this last year. I mean, in the pockets of time where we weren't performing as much, Tommy popped out a kid, so that's a pretty...
Well, my wife did, technically.
You helped a little.
Yeah.
You don't say... Difference. Anyway, and during that time when we didn't have as many performances going on, we were doing a lot of work in the studio. Me particular, obviously, but we were
playing instruments and singing and stuff.
Yeah. But we had some really big productions go out, that were just really necessary for our discography, like a new production of The Progress Express.
Yeah. That song, I love that production, yeah.
And really excited about the album I've been working on right now, which is American Storytellers, and our definitive sound is in this album. We're going to have finally the ultimate version of the Charleston Massacre, and Maggie on there, which has not been released, but it's one of our fans' favorite songs for sure. And so it's really been an exciting season for that because we were so distracted in being busy, down in Florida that we were backlogged the amount of production that needed to happen, and finally we're on top of that curve. And it was around that time too where we officially locked in a world premiere of our revised Luck.
Well, another cool thing that's come full circle because it was premiered at the Fern Street Theater, which was where we held our farewell concert. And another thing that kept us really busy this whole year, recording how many tracks? Was it 40?
Oh, I think it was 48, right?
And 48 is Henry, another score we're doing.
Oh, okay.
I think it was 42.
It was more than 40.
Yeah.
I had to do it.
Anyway, we wrote this new revised version. We had to do all the tracks, but we do have a professional world premiere of The Luck in Pensacola in November. And so getting that dialed in, that was kind of all happening at the same time. The agency was also being
but that's going to be an amazing production.
Yeah.
Christine Kellogg, the director and owner of the theater, she's just incredible. Such an artistic mind.
So it's amazing to look back at the year and see where our discography was, where our fan base was, what our shows were like, and then fast forward a year to having American Storytellers almost done, the concept album of The Luck done, a premiere lined up, a booking agency.
Well, then another thing we didn't really imagine was a concert at the Bluebird. A few weeks before we played there, they invited us to come, and wow, we couldn't have been more excited because it wasn't just also to play a couple songs. They wanted us to do a spotlight show of a full hour. And that was incredible. It's such an iconic venue.
I felt like after we played the Bluebird, we were truly a Nashville band. I felt like once we played that venue, I'm like, yes, we are officially established as songwriters.
Well, and then the whole audience, the whole atmosphere of the Bluebird is about your songwriting, your authenticity to create music and share it with people.
What was also crazy is we played our full set the day after Gordon played a full set at the Bluebird, and then 2 weeks after. Or maybe just a single? No, it's just 1 week after the Bluebird. We played a show jointly with Gordon
back in Franklin, in the same place where we did the colony session. So you just see how this year was so
Yeah, we're so
beautifully
fortunate
wrapped
to
up.
see how this is. Yeah, we're excited for the next year ahead. Make sure you guys.
What is amazing is just thinking about this year is awesome, but we have so much amazing things to look forward to. Actually, starting with the agency, performing with them, and doing our premiere of The Luck, all those things. So this year was fun. I'm sure the next year is going to be even more wild and exciting. So thank you all for watching. And if you have any questions for us, that's hopefully not too embarrassing. We'd love to answer them. Actually, embarrassing ones are always fun too. So
We already talked about like our lowest moments. So
yeah.
But I mean, there's actually a lot of other ones we can share.
We'd love for you to subscribe so that you don't miss more videos. Obviously, we do have a lot of new music coming out, so follow us on Spotify as well. Drop a comment in and we'll get back to you. And thanks for watching. Because we had asked Gordon if he wanted to sing Shepard's voice. And he was like, no, it's your guys' recording. I'll play guitar, but yeah, you have to sing it. And in the rehearsal with Gordon, I forgot like half the words because he was there playing it.
Yeah, it was kind of embarrassing.
It was really embarrassing. But I remembered all the words in the concert, so yeah. Did you guys see how much I was sweating?
Josh was saying a song right.
When I performed Shepard's voice, it was like, wow, he must just be so passionate. I was just like, don't forget the words, don't forget the words.
Sweat and tears
I
in
think
that song.
I really deserve the most credit for that song, though.
Of course you do, Mikey.
Because when I dialed in my organ sound on my keyboard, the sustain
Oh,
pedal
no, okay, that
wouldn't
was
work.
really, yeah.
And so I actually had, well, it
You
wouldn't
actually
be a
had to
big
play
deal because I would
decent?
use finger substitutions, but I had to use my other hand to adjust dynamic
You had
instead
to
of a
use two
foot swell
hands?
pedal. So
That sounds like playing
I had to change all my voicings because I had these
really.
really gorgeous voicings. My two
If you
hands.
know how to play accordion, that would be easy for you.
I'm so sorry it was so hard for you. It would have been really easy for me to do that.
It's okay. One day you'll be as good as us.